When was the last time you had a truly honest conversation about race with someone from a different background? The fact is that few Central New Yorkers have had this kind of conversation. We spend most of our time with people who look like us, or when with diverse groups, we fear saying the wrong thing or being misunderstood. But not talking about race prevents us from working together to solve the issues that face our community.
I found myself witnessing a change in direction in America, back to separate but equal. And I thought, is this the kind of country that I want to see develop? And for my children and my grandchildren. And the answer came back loud and clear to me, no.
Racism and poor race relations stand in the way of making Central New York a better place to live for all of us.
There is racism. It is not something that somebody fantasizes into existence. It exists.
Difference creates fear, and fear creates hate, and we have to talk about that and eliminate it.
When we don't understand each other and know what each other's strengths are, it's a huge loss.
One way to begin to solve the problem of racial conflict is for people to view each other as individuals, not as groups. To communicate on a one-to-one basis with people different from you.
Once you get to know somebody, all this stuff goes away. We don't know each other, that's the problem.
That is the point behind the community-wide dialogue program on racism, race relations, and racial healing, coordinated by the Interreligious Council of Central New York. The program works with local business, government, religious, and social service groups to face the issues of race.
I could not see myself saying that we have a problem of race relations or that there is a problem of racism in this country and not put myself in a position of trying to do something about it. So for that reason, I need to put my money where my mouth is.
Community-wide dialogue helps Central New Yorkers talk about racism and race relations with people of different backgrounds.
If people could see right away that I was Jewish or I was black or I was some other minority group, and I have never had to deal with that, and I don't know how I would deal with it.
In small groups called dialogue circles, 12 people from different backgrounds meet for 6 weekly meetings, usually 2 hours each. 2 facilitators and a discussion guide provide the structure for safe and honest dialogue.
I can't possibly see through minority eyes. So I have to learn, I have to listen, and I have to recognize that these issues are real and alive in people's lives today.
It begins by building trust. Participants develop ground rules and work through exercises that help them get to know each other better.
In a picture of my one and only grandson, little Jamie.
He did that for the children. He left Hong Kong because he wanted his children to have a better life and a better education.
When trust is established, members feel comfortable to talk about issues that affect our lives.
You get involved in conversations and people will say, oh, she was a black woman. Well, that's really irrelevant to what we're talking about, but that's just the way we are. I mean, we think color. We don't think about person as a human being, or it was a black man, rather than saying it was a man.
I can't even tell you how many times, 9.5 out of 10, you stop me because I'm black, whatever. Or you're stopping us on the corner, we're just hanging out, hey, it's a nice night, we're just talking, you're just doing this because we're black.
3 words that I have heard used by those who might stereotype my group are lazy, unintelligent, and dishonest. And we were all socialized in the same world, so I imagine that you've also heard those words.
Can 6 meetings end racism? No, but they will help us build the relationships and trust necessary for any long-term change.
I think it's only possible through talking. If we can have serious, integrated dialogue about issues so that we can get to know each other. So that those stereotypes aren't the first thing that hits you in the face when you see somebody that's different than you.
It was understood that what we said did not leave that room, and so people could really share the most painful experiences they had.
There are others who are unlike myself racially, who are very interested in bringing about racial justice and that there are a lot more allies out there than I may have realized.
Action is necessary. Whenever we want to achieve anything, we act. And if we want to get rid of racism and increase understanding among people, then I think the activity of group dialogue is very important, and that's what's different about it. It's a very deliberate action to involve yourself in.
Our community has chosen to face racism together. Join us.
And try and be more leaders as opposed to being followers. I think it'll be a lot better place.
And if you take a pebble and you throw it into the pond and you watch the ripples as it spreads out, and each one of us can take what we've learned or gained out of the dialogue circles that we participated in and be that pebble and make the change. And it's only in small ways that we can do that, by acts of kindness, by being allies when we see things happening, and being able to stand up for what is right.